I'm sure you have some
All right, I'm
ideas
gonna run through it
on.
right now. So basically, the thing with alerts is they are
Okay.
like a separate object here. So I don't know. An alert would be well anything that we can track. So this is where we would put the rules that we want to basically watch for. So the slow production site is what if response time is over 10 seconds for at least 5 minutes. Okay, so
Mhm.
like if that happens, we want to know, and it's got like a notification channel, which is like which is
Is that the same
RabbitRoutine.
thing as transaction time?
Well, I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like if you drill into the actual policy configuration, there's a lot of settings here.
Mm,
The first step is like we
okay.
got to get this into Terraform, so all these settings we can just see like the settings that we actually set. Like so, like in a
So,
repository. So
um, so create alerts for response time and error rate.
well, no, he would just
Um,
replicate what I already have. Like he doesn't think like that way. Like with automation, you just want to always copy something that a human made. So just copy, like make it so this policy, the one I already have in there, as is, even if it's stupid, slow production site, can be basically created from
mhm.
source. You know, it can be called slow
Okay, so we
production site
don't.
too.
So to be clear, we don't want him to create any alert policies.
Nope. I just wanted to get it to a point where our shit looks like
Because
this.
I have an issue here that says create new relic alerts, so that's completely wrong.
Well, yes, we're setting up the process where like we can actually see what the alerts are and like approve pull requests to change these.
Okay.
Okay, so that way if we want to actually change like it's just this is the only way to like improve these things over time and remember what you did. So
Okay.
he needs to
I'm gonna
make a
say because I want this shit to be billable to ICMIM so we can make money here.
well, yeah.
So
So
I'm just trying to.
make a GitHub repo in ICA Miami organization. Call it NewRelic Alerts. Inside that repo, read over the Terraform documentation and write the Terraform necessary to create this policy that you see here, slow production site, just the way it's configured. So like you'll have to understand like what like the properties that are accepted by
What do you call this? Register them in Terraform? Is that what you would say?
well, you would, Terraform is like just a bunch of configuration files that you stick in a folder. So stick them in a repo, and then you run like Terraform apply, and it goes through all your
Mm-hmm.
Terraform configurations and actually like applies them to, in this case, New Relic. So it would actually create like this thing exactly how it is here, and like with all the values set exactly how we have them in code.
This
Okay,
is the ICA. My ICA Miami has their own new relic account.
they do, but they're actually reporting to. So that's another thing. It shouldn't matter. Like this Terraform code, we should be able to like change a variable, and it would create all these policies in a different New Relic account, and that's very very important because that's the key here. Then we can just replicate that thing over
Ensure,
and over.
yeah. So ensure the Terraform. What do you call this? Terraform run book. What do you call this thing?
Well, it's going to be Terraform apply, and there's different uh,
Takes a
variable. Just say
new.
Terraform variable. Parameterize Terraform
Yeah.
to allow changing of New Relic account. And it's probably literally getting started with New Relic provider. So he's gonna need to have like a API key. He's gonna have to like, if you see my screen, put like something like this into our Terraform file, and this account ID will need to be a variable, and we should basically be able to run a command. It'll update that account.
Is that like a link? Can you just link in that so I can strap it right in my little.
Yes. Okay. Now that's part one. That's just so we can really play. Like he's got to do this. There's one more link. Alert. I mean, another link. Kind of wanted to figure this out a little bit, but so once we do that, okay, so then we'll have all these things. Like actually, we'll be able to configure these and think about them and like make changes and update all of these whenever we change them in the code. Then we gotta have to associate them with sites. So this part I like haven't dug into, but I think it's like somewhere, I don't know, somewhere in here you actually associate it with a site. And that's going to be a bit more challenging because we got to figure out what all the sites. So I don't know, maybe just that'll be step 2. For now, just get it to a point where like the policies in here are all from source. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
And
Yeah, I just linked you to the issue